Hasta ahora he perdido 56 kilos.
The shocking truth behind Tammy Slaton's rise and fall on 1000lb Sisters is finally exposed. TLC has permanently banned Amy after a devastating drug relapse, sending shockwaves through fans, family, and the reality TV world. What really happened behind the cameras? And is this the end of her career? Stay tuned as we uncover every shocking detail of this explosive scandal. The world of reality television is no stranger to drama, but few stories have shaken audiences and insiders alike as profoundly as the latest developments surrounding Tammy Slaton of TLC's 1000lb Sisters. In a shocking turn of events, sources close to the network reveal that Amy has been permanently banned from TLC following a devastating drug relapse, an incident insiders describe as both alarming and career-ending. For nearly a decade, viewers have followed Amy and her sister Tammy Slaton as they navigated the challenges of weight loss, family dynamics, and the unrelenting scrutiny of fame. Amy, in particular, has been a polarizing figure, outspoken, determined, and unapologetically herself. Her journey, from her early days on 1000lb Sisters to her highly publicized weight loss surgeries, has inspired millions. But behind the cameras, sources reveal a darker, more complicated story that ultimately led to her unprecedented ban. Tammy Slaton's rise and public persona. Amy first captured the public's attention in 2019 when 1000lb Sisters premiered. Unlike many reality stars, she wore her vulnerabilities on her sleeve. From candidly discussing her struggles with obesity to detailing her complicated family relationships, Amy quickly became one of TLC's most watched personalities. Her fans celebrated her authenticity, seeing a relatable figure in someone who wasn't afraid to confront personal struggles head-on. Over the years, Amy's life became increasingly intertwined with public scrutiny. She shared her weight loss surgeries, her relationship milestones, and her sisterly bond with Tammy, often posting unfiltered content on social media. Yet, as fans cheered for her successes, few knew the extent of the challenges Amy faced behind closed doors. Insiders now reveal that a history of addiction, including prescription medication misuse, had long been a silent undercurrent in her life, a current that would soon crash violently into the spotlight. The relapse, a timeline of turmoil. According to confidential sources familiar with the situation, Amy's relapse did not happen overnight. It was a gradual descent that unfolded over months, involving both prescription and illegal substances. While the specifics are sensitive, multiple insiders confirm that the relapse was significant enough to alarm family members, friends, and TLC executives alike. Reports indicate that Amy initially attempted to manage her struggles privately. Family members allegedly intervened multiple times, offering support and encouraging professional help. However, sources say that the relapse escalated rapidly, ultimately prompting emergency calls to TLC's corporate offices. A leaked internal memo, obtained exclusively by our investigative team, outlines TLC's initial response. Tammy Slaton has exhibited behavior inconsistent with our network standards. Immediate action is required to assess potential risk to the network, its audience, and legal liability. This memo, dated just weeks before the public revelation, reveals the network's growing concern and its cautious approach before taking the drastic step of issuing a permanent ban. TLC's investigation and decision. Insiders describe a series of tense meetings between TLC executives, legal advisors, and Amy's representatives. According to sources, these discussions were meticulous, focusing not only on the relapse itself, but also on the potential ramifications of continuing to feature Amy on their programs. Legal analysts suggest that networks are acutely aware of the liability associated with featuring individuals struggling with addiction. A reality show isn't just entertainment, it's a broadcast product, says attorney Daniel Rosenthal, who specializes in media law. If a star engages in illegal activity or behavior that endangers themselves or others, the network can be held accountable, particularly if it airs content knowing these risks exist. The investigation reportedly included reviewing recent filming, social media posts, and private communications to confirm the relapse. It wasn't just hearsay, says a source close to TLC. They had documented proof that this was serious. Once that became clear, a permanent ban was the only viable option. The network's perspective. While fans may see the decision as harsh, insiders say TLC approached the matter with both caution and concern. The network has a history of supporting stars through personal crises, offering counseling and rehabilitation programs when appropriate. However, this case, according to sources, was different. The network's priority is the safety of its audience and the integrity of its programming. One insider explains, "They tried to work with Amy, but the relapse involved factors that crossed ethical and legal boundaries. Continuing to feature her could have caused irreparable damage to the brand." This decision marks a stark contrast to TLC's previous approach with other stars. Historically, the network has allowed cast members to navigate personal struggles on screen, often turning moments of crisis into compelling storytelling. Amy's situation, however, reportedly presented risks that even TLC could not manage on camera. Fan reactions and public outcry. The news of Amy's ban has sparked an immediate and intense reaction on social media. Fans are divided. Some express deep concern for Amy's health and well-being, while others criticize the network for what they perceive as a punitive response. Trending hashtags such as #StandWithAmy and #TLCBanShock have dominated Twitter feeds, illustrating the passionate debate surrounding this decision. Several longtime viewers have shared heartfelt messages online. "Amy has been through so much. I hope she gets help and comes back stronger." "TLC is crossing a line. She's human. People make mistakes. This is heartbreaking. 1,000 Elba sisters won't be the same without her." Meanwhile, insiders suggest that TLC is monitoring the situation closely, aware that public perception could influence both the network's reputation and the future of the franchise. A star at a crossroads. Amy's ban represents not only a professional setback, but also a deeply personal crisis. Sources close to her reveal that she is devastated, grappling with shame and fear for her future. Mental health experts emphasize that relapse is a common part of recovery from addiction, highlighting the importance of timely intervention and support. Dr. Karen Mitchell, a clinical psychologist specializing in addiction, states, "Relapse is not a sign of failure. It's a signal that more support is needed." Amy's situation, while tragic, is not irreparable. With the right intervention, she can regain control of her life and rebuild her personal and professional future. Family dynamics also play a crucial role. Tammy Slaton, Amy's sister and co-star, has reportedly been a source of support throughout this ordeal. However, the emotional toll on the family has been significant, with private arguments and tense interactions emerging behind the cameras. Ethical questions for reality TV. This scandal raises broader questions about the responsibilities of reality TV networks. While the genre thrives on drama and personal struggle, the ethical obligations toward vulnerable cast members remain a contentious issue. Critics argue that networks often profit from the very crises that endanger their stars, creating a complex moral dilemma. Media analyst Jessica Harper observes, "Reality TV blurs the line between entertainment and exploitation. Networks must balance storytelling with genuine concern for the health and safety of their cast. In Amy's case, the line was crossed, and TLC made a decision to protect its brand, but also arguably to safeguard Amy herself." Looking ahead, as part one of this explosive saga concludes, the reality is stark. Amy Slaton's life and career are at a precarious juncture. With TLC's permanent ban in place, the public and the network alike are left to wonder what the next chapter will hold. Will Amy seek the support she needs to overcome this crisis, or has the network effectively closed the door on one of its most recognizable stars? The announcement of Amy Slaton's permanent ban from TLC has sent shockwaves through the reality television world, leaving fans, family members, and industry insiders scrambling to process the fallout. While Part 1 detailed the circumstances leading to the network's unprecedented decision, Part 2 explores the immediate consequences, the behind-the-scenes turmoil, and the broader implications of one of the most shocking scandals in reality TV history. Immediate network response. TLC's decision to ban Amy was reportedly followed by a flurry of internal communications and emergency meetings. According to insiders, executives convened a series of crisis management sessions, reviewing legal implications, audience reactions, and public relations strategies. Confidential memos reveal that the network was acutely aware of the potential media firestorm and planned a carefully coordinated response to mitigate damage. It was unprecedented, says one anonymous source within TLC. We've had cast members face personal struggles before, but never at this magnitude. The risk of airing content featuring someone actively relapsing was too high. The executives made the call to sever ties immediately. Legal advisors were brought in to assess potential exposure. Media law experts indicate that continuing to film or air content with Amy could have created liabilities, including accusations of negligence or even complicity if her relapse led to harmful behavior on or off camera. From a legal standpoint, TLC essentially had no choice, notes attorney Daniel Rosenthal. They were protecting themselves and their viewers. Family turmoil behind the scenes. Amy's family, particularly her sister Tammy, has been caught in the maelstrom of public scrutiny and personal anguish. Sources reveal that the Slaton family has been navigating an emotional roller coaster since the news broke. Tammy, who has been both co-star and support system for Amy, reportedly experienced a mixture of anger, guilt, and helplessness. Tammy has been beside her sister through everything, a close family friend explains. But this is something beyond what she could fix. The family is heartbroken, frustrated, and scared. The family's private communications indicate heated discussions, with Tammy urging Amy to seek professional help immediately, while Amy reportedly struggled to process the gravity of the ban and its implications. Other family members have attempted to mediate, balancing concern for Amy's health with the reality of TLC's hardline stance. The social media storm. Social media erupted almost immediately following the news. Fans expressed shock, outrage, and concern, with hashtags like #StandWithAmy, #AmySlatonBan, and #TLCScandal trending across multiple platforms. Some commenters criticized TLC, accusing the network of harsh treatment and exploitation, while others defended the network's decision as a necessary step to protect Amy and viewers. Twitter quickly became a battleground of opinions. Amy has been through enough. She deserves help, not a ban. TLC is right. They can't just broadcast someone's drug relapse. I can't believe this. 1,000 LB sisters won't be the same without Amy. Fan communities have also mobilized to offer support, fundraising for potential rehabilitation programs, and sharing mental health resources. The intensity of the online reaction underscores the profound connection audiences feel to reality TV stars and the influence of social media in shaping public perception. Legal and ethical considerations. Beyond the immediate emotional fallout, the ban has sparked debate among legal and ethical experts. TLC's decision raises critical questions about reality television's responsibility to its stars, particularly when their personal struggles intersect with public entertainment. Reality TV thrives on the personal lives of its cast, explains media ethics scholar Dr. Lisa Montgomery. There's an inherent tension between storytelling and moral responsibility. When a star faces a serious relapse, the network must weigh profitability against ethical obligations. Legal analysts emphasize that airing content involving substance abuse could expose networks to litigation. If Amy had engaged in illegal activity while under contract, or if viewers were influenced by her behavior, TLC could face serious consequences, notes Rosenthal. Preventing this liability is standard risk management in the industry. Critics, however, argue that the network's decision is emblematic of a broader systemic issue. By profiting from the struggles of vulnerable individuals, reality TV networks walk a fine line between storytelling and exploitation. Amy's case has reignited discussions about whether networks adequately support cast members or abandon them when personal crises become inconvenient. The personal toll on Amy. Sources close to Amy paint a picture of a woman grappling with profound shock and guilt, and insiders indicate that Amy is experiencing an emotional collapse, struggling with self-blame and fear about her future. While she has not made a public statement, those close to her describe sleepless nights, heightened anxiety, and moments of despair. She's devastated, a friend confides. Amy never wanted to disappoint anyone. To have this happen, it's like her whole world collapsed overnight. Mental health experts stress that this period is critical for intervention. Dr. Karen Mitchell, a psychologist specializing in addiction, explains, relapse can be incredibly destabilizing emotionally. Amy's response is understandable, but immediate support is crucial. Rehab, therapy, and family involvement are all essential for recovery. Impact on 1000 Sisters. The ramifications extend beyond Amy herself. 1000 Sisters, a show that has thrived on the authentic and often raw portrayal of Amy and Tammy's lives, now faces uncertainty. Fans, critics, and advertisers alike are questioning how the show can continue without one of its central figures. Producers reportedly began assessing alternative storylines and potential replacements even before the public announcement. Internal memos suggest discussions about shifting the narrative focus entirely to Tammy or introducing new family members. Yet, insiders acknowledge that replacing Amy would fundamentally alter the dynamics that made the show compelling.